Hello and welcome all to our own live webinar at HAYMAN-WOODWARD. My name is Pavini Bhatt. I'm a director, senior partner lawyer, barrister at law, practicing in the UK, Europe, India, and beyond, practicing in immigration, employment, family, corporate litigation law for around 2 decades. Today, I'm here to explore your choices, your routes, and a complete guide to moving into UK, visiting UK, and how you may want to come to UK and explore it. As you know, UK, United Kingdom, is here as a place for royal family. People like to visit. It's because of its beautiful culture and its abundant opportunities. It is vibrant, it is diverse. People like to visit in summer, winter, Christmas, and many more. Today, I'm going to give you a pathway to enter UK on various categories, such as visit, study, employment, work, and doing business. Also, I can tell you a bit about how to claim your citizenship rights, getting indefinite leave to remain, settlement, and beyond getting your status change from European to UK. So let's talk all of that one by one, shall we? So first comes visit. As I previously said, people like to come to UK due to its beauty, its culture, its food, its traditions, and the weather, especially in summer. So for coming to UK and to apply and come to visit visa, you'll need to apply through the application form and submit your documents. They will have a look at your documents, mainly consisting of your finances, how you are going to accommodate yourself here, your ties here. If not, then just to explain under the tourist category. Once you have applied to the visa to come to UK, it takes around 15 to 25 days. Sometimes it can be expedited. It depends on what kind of visa you are coming. There are several kinds of visit visas, such as student visa, a short-term study course visa, marriage visitor visa, medical visitor visa, also a family visitor visa. And you may categorize according to your preference and relevance. There are documents that we can align with and we can submit that. It is also granted for 6 months for a single permit. Also, it is available for a multiple entry based on how long you may want to come here multiple times. That is 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. After visit, I will go to the study category. By the way, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put on the comment section. I will go through over it and may answer it if I see. Otherwise, I will take it up in the end in Q&As. I hope everybody can hear me loud and clear. If not, then please ping me. Now we come to the study category. As UK, you know, is flourishing, very good in studies, and most of the universities are very well known and been authenticated and authorized, regulated, and been also recognized in most of the parts over the world, like Oxford, Cambridge. People come here to study, get their degrees, get their masters, and get overqualified on PhDs and post-graduation. In order to apply for student visa, you may need to have a CAS letter, which is confirmation of studies from your college or universities that you have to enroll for. Once the CAS letter gets granted, then the process for the visa application has to start. Again, the process times for student visa is around 6 to 8 weeks, depending on which course you are coming. There are short-term courses and there are long-term courses. Short-term courses can be lasted from 6 to 8 months or up to 11 months. And long-term courses can be for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5, depending on what degree you are doing. It can be a diploma, it can be a degree, it can be postgraduate or undergraduate degree. People from various countries come here. You get a diverse background from all the nationalities and all over the globe. People come here to study. The atmosphere is really good. The studies are really good, and you may also get a taster of the vibes, especially in summer and spring, as we are now. So that was all about student. Mostly the point of contact for getting the student visa is your university and college. But at all, if there is any problems, then we are always here as your legal representative. We guide you throughout the process and take step by step, each step very diligently and very carefully to make sure that your application gets granted. A student visa, when a person comes on a student visa, it can be also extended and can be switched to another category, like a family category or work category or a business category. Those are named under different routes, like Global Talent Route, then it's called PBS or Further Study Graduate Route, or Skilled Worker Route, or sometimes they lead to a startup or innovator route. I'm going to come and touch down to that next. Any questions on student visa, please feel free to put in the comments box. Next and most important one is the work category, which we call as a skilled worker visa. From all around the world, again, UK is being having an abundance opportunity of work, and it's called a power of economy and finance. People come here to search work and opportunity, as it's always there for skilled workers, unskilled workers, and your main point of contact when you apply to your job is your employer. Employer here can only source you with work, job, or recruitment if they are holding a sponsorship license. A sponsorship license is a license which allows an employer to recruit any employee, worker, or skilled worker from another country to UK based on its own skill and talent. This license was previously been granted for 3-4 years and have to be renewed every year. Now government recently had updated that, and there is wonderful news that employers don't have to renew for licenses, and it can be there forever. So any employer, whether it's a technology field or a public sector field or a healthcare field or any other field, construction, or you can say arts field, any employers who has got this license can employ foreign workers, skilled laborers from outside of the UK, and they source them to the UK for a period of 2.5 years to 3 years, which is also extendable for another 3 years. So in total, it makes 5 years, after which a worker can get settlement, which is the permanent residency, also termed as indefinite leave to remain. So this route also allows you to settle in the UK. For employers to do that, you need to post the CV to them when they advertise for jobs, and you need to apply for these prospective jobs, and they have to meet the minimum salary requirement, and they have to pay you a minimum salary. Current year, since April 2024, the salary requirement has been gone up. So it's good news for the foreign workers. It has gone up to 38,900 per year. So you can get this opportunity and apply for the jobs that you're from your relevant field, and you may come to the UK and work. Next on my list is the most important one, and everybody wants to do that, which is a business route. Business route in the UK was previously termed as entrepreneur, which has been discontinued, but the entrepreneur that are already here are able to extend their further leave and also apply for indefinite leave to remain. Now, as that route been discontinued, government came up with the route called Innovator Founder Route, which means the name itself says innovator, which means the business that you are going to do or you are willing to do or you are thinking of doing should be very, very innovative, very, very creative, very, very unique in its own way. And in order for you to get to that innovative idea or innovative business plan, we hope throughout the process we have efficient business plan writers that help to draft a business plan, not only from scratch, but also to review the business plan that you may already have drafted. So we are like a one-stop shop for any kind of business needs that you may have. In order to start your business, start from writing a business plan to getting it endorsed, then opening up a business, running a business, applying for your bank account, incorporating your business, any accounting needs, HR, finance, admin, facilities, or accounting needs. We are here for any kind of innovator founder route needs. Innovator Founder Route allows a migrant to come to the UK for the period of 3 years. These 3 years, he has to show to the government that whatever route or plan or business that he has looking for doing that is able to run for a period of 3 years and created some opportunities, some jobs, and some recruitment by employing the local labor. And in future, after 3 years, that employer can also apply for sponsorship license if there is a need be for getting migrant workers from outside of the UK. Now, this innovator route is divided into 2 stages. First stage is the plan stage, the business plan stage, and after that is after the plan is written, it goes for the endorsement. There are 4 endorsement bodies in the UK. The endorsement body's job is to endorse your plan for further submission to the government, to the Home Office for your application. Endorsement body sees that all the aspects of a business is met, such as the plan is innovative, the plan should be scalable, the plan should be viable, and the plan should be also authentic. It means that it should show that the business is going to be showing its vision and going to explore to the maximum heights. If a person is not able to prove that, unfortunately, the plan doesn't get endorsed. But you don't need to worry about that. We have the best solutions and all the options for you. Our business plan writers are very efficient and very talented to draft the plan for you that you may want to suggest, and they will draft in such a fashion, in such a way that it gets granted and endorsed by the relevant endorsement body. We work with all these 4 endorsement body always regularly, and we have very good working healthy relationships. So in any case, if anything goes wrong, we can fix it after having a talk with them, after having a meeting with them. It's very open and very approachable way of communication between us as your legal representative, between your endorsement body who's going to endorse your plan, and also along with the business plan writer. So it is like a 360-degree kind of relationship, as you may understand. Once your endorsement gets granted, then the second stage is to just apply for your application. Again, the endorsement stage takes around 5 to 7 weeks, depending on how quickly it moves on and the endorsement body have no further questions. We prepare you for any interviews. We mock interview you. We prepare you for any questions, any issues that they may ask you. So there is no need to worry on that. Once the endorsement is granted, migrant is receiving a certificate of endorsement with which they apply for the next stage, which is the application stage. Application stage is simply completing a form, paying up the fees, and submitting the documents like your passport, ID, proof of address, and the endorsement plan, endorsement body's endorsement. Once you submit that, the time period taken on that is maximum up to 4 to 5 weeks. This process also can be prioritized and it can be expedited depending on each and individual circumstances. Endorsement body main endorsement innovator body's main requirements is that at the end of the 3 years that has been granted to you after the application has got successful, you have to show that you're able to create at least 2 jobs worth 25,000 each, or at least 10 jobs worth 5K each, and you're able to run your business successfully, and your business is expanding and you're doing really great. That is the only condition. Formerly, this route had some capital investment requirement, such as 100,000 pounds, 50,000 pounds, but now all of that requirements have been removed. So it's been a very win-win situation for any entrepreneur, any businessman, or even a startup to come and flourish here. Any questions on Innovator that I may take now, or I can take it later on after our Q&A is after our session is finished. So now I will come to a category which is called as Global Talent Route. Formerly, Global Talent Route was called also as Exceptional Talent Route. The term itself says exceptionally talented, which means any migrant or anybody who is outside of the UK who is exceptionally and very explicitly talented in the fields of arts, sciences, philosophy. Earlier, there was technology as well. They have discontinued on the technology side of things, but art is a very, very varied field. It includes music, it includes writing work, it includes sculpture, it includes fashion, it includes all of the artistic category that a person can think of. So if you think anybody who is talented in the arts category, they can apply for the Global Talent Route, and it gets endorsed by the Arts Council in the UK. Again, the Global Talent Route runs into 2 stages. First stage is the endorsement stage, where all the documents that you are providing and submitting as you been qualifying as a exceptionally talented person, globally talented person, you will get successful endorsement upon fulfilling all of the 10 criterias. There are 10 criterias that you have to fulfill to prove that you are an exceptionally and overall international global talent person. Some of the criterias that, if you may want to know, I can name them. From them, there are: a person should have been got any awards or won any prize which is internationally recognized. Secondly, a person should get references from at least 2 of the countries, not including their country of origin. Can include UK as their bonus point. You may get brownies on that. And third and most importantly is that you are well recognized in the community all over in at least 2 of the countries, and your work's been published over media. You have written some or you've done some blogs. You have been well known, and you've been also nominated for a few categories. Apart from these few, there are many more, and we can also see on how flexibly we can fit you in. So then again, if you think that you fit in any of these categories, under arts category or under natural sciences, research, philosophy, then you may contact us and we may scrutinify and go through your resume to see whether you are a very good and an ideal fit for this kind of category. You never know, and you will be surprised if you are one of them. What global talent entitles you is they give you a visa worth of 3 years, which is similar to an Innovator Founder Route. A visa for 3 years allow you to either you can work for anyone, or you can work for yourself, or you can do your own business under global talent, whether it's a field of music, arts, sciences, philosophy, or anything else. It gives you a full flexibility to work for 2, 3, 4 employer, or for yourself as a self-employed person. It also gives you embark and doesn't restrict you to travel, live, work, study in the UK for the period of 3 years. And once the period of 3 years is finished, you are entitled to apply for indefinite leave to remain, known as permanent residence, and your route after that would be British citizenship. So here I may want to add that all the categories that are leading to indefinite leave to remain, permanent residency, or so-called settlement are also eligible to apply for British passport after 1 year of successfully completing the period of settlement. So all the categories that are entitled or eligible for settlement do lead to a passport. So this was about the global talent route. If you have any questions, then please feel free to sign up there, and I may be able to answer you. Next, I come to the category which is also called as a family visas. And the family visa is like a group, is a big title because it includes a lot of family applications. Family in itself, it's spouses, children, parents, direct or indirect extended family relatives. If a person is able to prove his or her relationship in the UK as a family member of a person living in the UK, settled or British, and connected with him somehow, we can make an application for that person under that relationship, whether that person is a child under the age of 18, a spouse who is married, a partner who is unmarried, or a fiance, or parents. So this route entitles a person who is living outside and has a relationship and may want to bring that person in to settle and live with them. For this kind of category, they need to prove, again, the eligibility, which is the relationship, is very, very core and important. They have to see that you are having a genuine and subsisting relationship with one another. You need to prove this by a marriage certificate, a birth certificate in regards to children, or if you're not married, then a relationship bonding such as communication between one another, cohabitation, or visiting one another, traveling together, etc., etc. Once the relationship criterion is fulfilled, we come to the finance and the maintenance. The finance means maintaining somebody who is coming out of the UK is very, very vital and important. And the entire burden of it falls on the person who is in the UK, who is British, and is also termed as sponsor here. The sponsor is the so-called partner, which can be a husband or a wife who is living here permanently, settled here as a British person, who is sponsoring their spouses, partners, husbands, wives to the UK based on his or her income, his or her property, his or her investment, or it can be savings. If a person is able to prove a specific income up to a year of 29,000 per year, as per the updated rules, updated in April this year, then that person is allowed to bring any partner or family member to the UK. Now, it is very vital that the accommodation is also fulfilled. That person who is bringing wife, husband, children, parent have to show that they are having an ample accommodation. If they have just one bedroom or a studio flat, the application is going to get refused. Very sure for that. So they have to show that they have an adequate accommodation which can accommodate the person that they are sponsoring to live in the UK. These are the requirements. These three are the requirements that a sponsor has to fulfill. Now we'll see that what requirement is comes from a person who is coming to the UK. The only requirement the person, wife or husband who is coming to the UK from some other country is that they have to meet the English language test. English language test is very vital, and they have to get a B1 category, except they are not coming from an English-speaking country. There are a list of an English-speaking country that are exempted, and the citizens and nationals of those countries are exempted from not sitting that language test and show their English eligibility. But otherwise, all of the nationals all over the world have to sit this test. English language test also goes same for skilled worker route and also for innovator founder route. For global talent route and visit route, it doesn't apply. Coming to the another aspect of the family route is the very important person that we consider as parents. In UK, parents are not considered as direct family members. And so there is a route which is termed after them called adult dependent route, which allows family to invite, sponsor, and bring their parents who are elderly, disabled, or having some kind of a physical, mental learning incapacity. Also who are age of over 65 years and who are unable to take care of themselves by themselves in their country of origin and who have nobody other than their direct children who are living in the UK are eligible to make this application in the UK. Formerly, this application was not allowing you or as a parent to come and settle immediately. This application has to prove that the parents are living in the UK for at least 5 years. But since this year, April 2024, this rule has also been updated by the government, and they have understood and realized that the parents are required for the support, for all the help that the youth are required while they work, and they need to get the childcare help sorted with their parents. So they have humbly allowed all the adult dependent relative route to get settlement straight after making the application. So this is also a very attractive route which allows your parents, if you're thinking any of your parents are outside of UK and they are not able to travel and you are not able to travel due to your work commitments, you can now bring them over and allow them to live with you and live with you permanently, after which they can also get a eligibility for a British passport. So after finishing the family route, I think we've done with the majority and all the important criterias. I will just, if you don't have any questions, I will touch down to the British passport routes that many nationalities are eligible to get through the colonies rights, such as African, Oceania, Hong Kong, Singapore, and a few parts of Europe as well. As EU and a part of Europe was a part of UK previously, prior to 2019. So all the European citizens prior to 2019 used to come and live, work, study, and settle, which has now changed after Brexit. And they have to also get sponsorship for working if they are working for a long term, and also get family visas done if they are coming to join their family members here. So we also help any European citizens who are willing and looking to rejoin their previous members of family, partners, children, parents in the UK who are always been living here in UK prior to 2019, because they may have a good case before they left to UK or before this Brexit happened, if their family members were always living in the UK since or prior to 2019. The routes are called pre-settled status, which allows you to live in the UK for a period of 5 years and study, visit, travel, and claim benefits. And after the period of 5 years, a EU citizen is also entitled to get a settlement, which is called EU settlement scheme. And once you are settled under the EU settlement scheme, you will get to apply for British passport. But there is a little gray area here. Some of the European countries do not allow, or must I say, British doesn't allow having two passports. So you have to make a very thoughtful understanding and decision here, whether you may want to keep your European citizen or you want to have your British passport. Some countries do allow dual passports, but some don't. So another area and idea to think on, if you have to keep that, or if you don't want to have British passport, you may still retain your right of settlement here. So these were all the main areas of coming, living, working, studying, and enjoying the life, the gorgeous life and lifestyle in the UK. Apart from these all routes, there are also some hundreds and 150 kind of categories, like temporary routes, global mobility business route, there is intra-company transfer route, there is religious workers route, there is charity worker route, there is sportsman person's route. Also, there is further leave to remain under compelling, compassionate circumstances if anybody is coming here and want to live here on any specific reason. Then also he had a full chance to live here in the UK. All you need to do is get in touch with us, and we will be able to find a route or a tailor-made option for you depending on your personal circumstances and situation. So do not sit in idle, do not sit in thinking about the solution, and don't be lonely, don't be surprised and looking for solutions around. Just pick up the phone, drop us an email, and we will be there to help you. If there are any questions or I've missed out on answering any of them, then please go ahead. Okay, I understand there are no more questions. And if there are, then please feel to email us and we will reply to you instantly. Thank you very much for attending, and thank you very much for listening very patiently. I will here take your leave and have a wonderful day. Thank you.